just like when we talked about derivatives, we would say f prime of x, and we would say df dx, or we would say if y is equal to f of x, we would come up with y prime, just like we would bounce around these terms fairly fluently, hopefully. The chain rule with the inside-outside convention of talking about it will lend itself to the u du conventions, and this will take some time. We dedicate a lot of time in calculus to getting used to this. But let's look at some other examples here. So let's suppose we had sine squared of 2x, and someone said we need to take the derivative of that. Well, this sine squared of 2x, what's the first thing this function does to x? It multiplies it by 2. Then what does it do? Then it takes the sine of it, of that product, and then it squares it. So I'm just going to write this way here. And this is an advanced example of the chain rule, because we're going to take the chain rule 3 times. We're going to invoke the chain rule 3 times, but I don't think it's terribly difficult. So if I rewrote this as this way, right? Sine of 2x, the whole thing squared, and now we're going to take the derivative of that. Whoops, not the square. We're going to take the derivative of that. You see that this squared is the last thing that's being done to the argument, right? Hopefully you can see that this is exactly the same as that. Well, using the inside-outside rule, right, we would first take the power down, 2 sine of 2x to the first power, so I'm not going to write that, times the derivative of what's inside, right? So times the derivative of sine, oops, that should be yellow, times the derivative of sine of 2x. Well, this is a composite function right here, so we have to do it again. So I'm just going to rewrite this 2 sine of 2x. Now we have to take the derivative of this, right? But this is, remember, the first thing this function does to x is it multiplies it by 2 and then takes the sine. So the outside function is the sine. What's the derivative of sine of what's the derivative of sine? It's cosine 2x. But we still have to take the derivative of what's inside. So what are we left with here? The derivative of 2x is just 2. So I won't skip any steps here. Sine 2x cosine 2x times 2. And that is going to be 2 times 2, 4 sine 2x cosine 2x. And there is a very elegant derivative of the sine squared of 2x. It's very simplified. Okay, that's an example of the chain rule used thrice.